So it looks like they've got 4 railguns. Oh, it's so much. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Starship Theory, episode 21, where we are getting the location for our 5th large reactor ready. Engineering crew is really putting in the time on this one. Not a lot of rest for the weary. They had to do a lot of repairs, and now this. Let's get the large reactor ready. We've got our evade back, so we can jump when we need to. We'll get hull bracing there and there. Okay, still trying to figure out in my head what I want to do with this space. This doesn't feel like a very good use of this space. I don't want it to be ultra cramped, but I do want it to be efficient. We could put... You know what? Let's check out a sensor array. So a sensor array... What does that say? Earlier threat detection. I'm not sure which way they have to be facing. Let's try, we'll do one forward, and do I really want to get into sensors right now? No, we need to be focused on keeping up with the Joneses, as it were. Alright, so that's going to be, wait a second now. That's it's too much, right? 1, 2, 3. Pretty sure that's too much, because it's going to be just like that. That's fine. Here, there. Alright, let's go ahead and let time continue. And we'll remove these. And then, before I start copying this pattern, let's discuss a new type of pattern here. See, if we do the table closer here, then we make use of this walkway, even though people can't really walk through here when there's people sitting in the chairs, or here when they're sitting in the chairs. See, here they have a path around, even if people are sitting in the chairs. It's kind of why I liked that. Yeah, I think that part's going to have to stay the same. We can always expand this shape upwards a little bit if we don't like the angle. I kind of like the way the wings look swept back. Did I not make this the same? I did not. This should be cleared. Okay. That's part of our problem. This and that. Yep. Should be clear. And then over here, are we lower? No, we must not. Okay. So here from this airlock is going to be hull and then space. And then like that. Okay. Works for me. Let's go ahead for our defenses, because we are going to do armor as well. It seems silly to act like we're not. CPU array. Star detected ahead. Put another CPU array back in here. We kind of just want to mirror these here. I think we should. I don't really want to go with the armor amp, but I wouldn't mind a little bit more of the, well, what does that use? 40 and 40. The armor feels like a waste to me, and part of me is going, yeah, but you should use it. It's you know, it's bound to have a purpose. You just might need to experiment with it more. But I can't help but keep thinking that the armor just feels subpar in strength compared to shields. that really, if you have strong shields, then you don't have to worry about anything else. What do we got here? Not currently hostile. Well, we'll sell you metal. We're not going to sell you silicon. We are going to buy a crew member, though. Well, let's go to my list here. So this is pretty exciting. New crew. Let me look at my list of names. So I'm pretty sure I got everybody that actively requested to be a member of the team. So let me just... Big Bobby, welcome to the crew. Didn't ask, but you were in the comments, and that's good enough for me. As long as you're watching the series and you're enjoying it, hey Drakian, we need you to step off the console and take care of that fire. I wish there was a sense of proximity to when people decided, hey, who should fight this fire? I mean, I don't always want somebody stepping away from a console they're assigned to, but if you're right next to the fire, I feel like that would be something you would consider. Alright, let's go ahead and speed things up. We spent a lot of metal, we spent even more silicon. But our power has gone up. Oh, has our power gone up? We just need more areas to put these CPU arrays. Nope, nope, give me my mining lasers. These shields are so great. Okay. Little bits of rock all around. Let's get them all, please, and thank you. I feel like I should just have drones that can go out and like scoop up the asteroid bits now. I should be able to... But then if I didn't have to worry about collecting asteroids, then what would I do? Just sit here and watch everybody work? I mean, I could do that. It is sort of soothing. Oh, I can't do that because those sections aren't in there yet. Okay, fair enough. Let's go with the life support over here. And then the door. So let's see, here we have weapons targeting, and what, these are heat? I feel like that's going to be important, but I almost want more weapons consoles over here. Let's remove these. I feel like if we really need more heat reduction, we'll just put down some more vents. In fact, because we overheated while we tried to do asteroids and all of our weapons were engaged, we're going to do that now. So let's get a medium heat vent. Let's see, we can fit one here and here. We can fit one... Not many other places. Here and here. That'll work. That should give us plenty of heat reduction for stars and weapons and mining and everything going off all at once. So now let's talk beds. 7, 8. We don't need 8 beds here. We really didn't need 8 beds here. Because we don't have the 2 science officers over here. I could move one of these cargo containers over here and one of the plant beds over here. And then we just need 7 beds. But then who gets the extra bed? Well, we'll figure that out. We don't have the crew to worry about that yet. And I'm still seeing a lot of smudges and dirt on the crew, so we're just going to leave... Really, it's just the Keepers and Wild Rage on General Crew? No, Big Bobby is also on General Crew. Okay, so we'll leave your crew duties, General, for now. And then what? The door was on the walkway side. Of course it was. Let's unlock this door. And then get some hull bracing laid out. And then another airlock, where? Right here. Okay, good. So now we'll start talking about CPU arrays. We got a star detected ahead, that's fine. Do I even want this armor? It feels like... I don't. I don't. I'm trying to force a round peg into a square hole, and the truth is I don't want to deal with the armor, so I'm not going to deal with it. Instead, let's get some CPU arrays placed down here. Yep, and one here. And then we'll get more shield boosters. So let's look at that. No, remove that bit of hull bracing there. Hull bracing here. Let's see, what else do we have to mirror these sides? We have a, where is it? Medium solar panel? Sure, why not? We don't really need it, but seems like we would put them down just to keep our energy well established. Okay, over here we're going to do weapons consoles, actually. Let's prioritize the removal of this. And then over here in this area, we're going to do more shield boosters. We have 1, 2, and... No, okay. Sostus, let's get the fire out. And now this one. Thank you. And then, you know what? Go ahead and repair that. No, let's repair it all the way. Let's pretend we want to repair this all the way. Can we not? You're like hungry and stuff. Oh, heading to fire. Well, why are you? There is no other fire. Why? Oh, there is. The keepers. Quick, put the fire out. No. Can you not put it out? I don't know. This is going to be the moment of truth to see if they can reach that fire back there. It looks like they can. Okay. Why wouldn't they stay and continue putting out the fire? That's bizarre. What? I need you up there on that. And we're going to go with the large engine here, even though we don't need it yet. Hull bracing and a door. It's looking good to me. Now down here... What if we put weapons? Because here's my thought: is we can do a penetration bonus here, and then put 2 weapons here. I don't know. Should we stick with the projectile penetrations and the chain guns? Because no. We should get more railguns, though. That's a thing we should do. We could do those up here. See, railguns are expensive, though. What's that? That's 100 metal, 100 silicon, 100 power, and 100 CPU processing. Reload time of 9 seconds. I'm gonna mull over our weapon options for a second. I don't want to rush into anything yet, and we're really low on silicon, so let's get some of that. I think railguns are gonna be the way to go. Realistically speaking, problem is you miss so much. See, that's why I'm leaning towards chain guns. Even if you want to cut their engines to reduce their evasion, you only get weapon targeting on the fewer amount of weapons firing. See, but that lends credit to the railgun. But those chain guns, they seem to destroy stuff so fast. I mean, there are 6 of them. Now, we might build some dedicated weapon areas off to the side here. I think that's what we'll do, is we'll maybe remove these heat panels and then build a walkway down this side and then put weapon sections here. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Unknown. Again, we're going to mull it over. Ship's on an intercept course. Well, hopefully they're not going to be mean. Oh, because they're large. They're not currently hostile. Excellent. Well, let's sell the metal we have, and we will buy another crew member. Excellent. New crew. Joseph. I think your name is... Mick? Mike? I don't know. Didn't ask, but I saw you in the comments. Oh, and you got 3 in engineering? Yeah, you're moving to engineering crew. I think we have enough people on general crew right now. We don't have to worry about it. Get that silicon. I should be zoomed out looking far ahead. Alright, we can go ahead and speed things back up here. We do not have a lot of work for our engineering crew right now, so... Oh, let's get that silicon. That's what matters. Grab it up. Okay, let's slow things back down here. Where do we sit with everything? Still about the silicon. We do have a phenomenal amount of power and processing power, though. What are they doing? Repairing engines, constructing hull bracing. Let's unlock this door here. That's not good. We need a larger military crew if we're going to become a fighting vessel. In fact, yeah. So who's on engineering that has some military background? Kendrith, you do. In fact, yes, Kendrith, you're now on military operations. Mushroom, Dirac, Donut. Nope. Donut, your bed's gonna be here. Your console here. Dirac, your bed's gonna be here. Your console there. Your console is here, Mushroom, and your bed is there. They're at their consoles, they're at their consoles. GG. Kendrith. Your bed is there. How did you get that bed? Weren't you on engineering? Oh, that's bizarre. Alright, well, we can start giving the engineering crew somewhere to sleep. No, I feel like there's enough common areas now. Sylvia still refuses to have a sleeping quarters until the rest of her crew does. Very admirable. We'll go ahead and turn these on. You have your assigned consoles. Kendrick, do you have an assigned console? Your console should be there. Okay, you guys have assigned consoles, as do you. Okay. Excellent. So now let's pause it real quick and start to consider our options. Now, for the weapons, for the places where I'm going to put weapons, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to go weapon, amp, weapon, amp, weapon, amp, weapon, amp, because most weapons in a long configuration will have 3 amps each, and that's pretty significant for these weapons that fire multiple times. Missiles getting 1 boost, that's admirable. No, let's just double our railguns, and then we'll just put them right here since they already have a little bit of projectile bonuses there, and that'll be most of our silicon. So now, let's head for an asteroid field. Daedrakian, thank you. Things are looking well, but our shields. So we're up to 122. On the shield recharge. Let's get a shield cell here, and a shield amp here, and then let's put hull right there. But then what we're going to need beyond that is actually a lot of shield cells. So where can we start putting those? Put one here. We can put one... Egad. That's not how that is. Floor, please? Thank you. Shield cells. The engineers might just have to have the shield cells in their area. Or we could put some here in the bridge. I'm going to think about it. Hey, Drakian, go ahead and get that fire. Thank you. $122 recharge on the shields, though, and that's just with 3 consoles being active. That's pretty darn good. We're down to 84. People, that's the problem with running consoles. Is people have to eat and people have to sleep, unfortunately. I mean, not that I want to deprive my crew of food and rest. However, when people go and take their rest or their little breaks, our shields go down. And that's not really so much a gripe as it is just a fact of life. So we need a good base. Recharge is not everything all by itself. Gotta have a good base. Okay. Focus on the silicon. We'll try to keep the speed up while we do this. So we spent a lot of silicon just now. But now we have our evasion back, which is good. It's really good. Not only can we jump, but now we won't take every single hit from every single round that comes our way. Alright. I don't know if we need a bigger engineering crew, though. We seem to be pretty good on our building and repairing. With as damaged as we were and with as much new stuff as I added, our engineering crew really knocked it out. So I think the next handful of crew members are going to be going to military. In fact, we can lose a science officer right now. Eric Kai, who else? Otaku. Otaku Samurai likes working on the plants. Eric Kai, you're being moved to military. Your console is going to be here, and your bed here. It's almost like when they get assigned to a position, they just grab the nearest bed of that position. This bed will be assigned for military, and then what? This one will be for science. Military, military, military. Okay. Sorry, but the military crew gets priority. We need them as rested as can be so that they are ready to stare at that scope for as long as is necessary. 900 shields now. That's pretty good. Ship is on an intercept course. Let's slow it down. Why do we have 900 shields? Do we have an extra shield cell somewhere I don't know about? That's a cell. That's a cell. What? And the cell gives 100 shields. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800. Yeah, we have 9. Does that mean I put a shield cell? I did. I put a shield cell down where I meant to put a booster. Remove that one, please. Thank you. Ship exiting warp. Oof. Yep. Powering up their weapons. Is everybody on board the ship? I dare say everyone is on board the ship. I don't see anyone flying around in their little spacesuits, so I think we're just going to jump. We're not ready for this fight yet. Alright, we're jumping. 25 crew. 25 crew. Wonderful. But now we need to head to an asteroid field. Mordros, please go ahead and get that fire. Thank you. I don't know how much more I want to be able to cram in here without it getting really, really crowded. Let's get a shield booster over here. And then where else could we put shield cells? Probably more down here in this area. Let's get a food dispenser. Yeah, I'm going to leave that be for now. Do we want to remove these? We want to remove those heat vents. 124 on the shield recharge. Pretty good. Pretty good. Could we have more, though? Oh, we could always have more. Where a little is good, a lot must be better, right? Always got to have more. Used up a lot of our processing just in those handful of things we did. We're going to have to get more computer racks. Those CPUs. There's so many computers on board this ship. Good thing they don't have to have maintenance. Like an IT crew. Ugh. That would be a full-time job. Need a dozen crew members at least. It'd be its own type of engineering division. The Information Engineering Division. That would be kind of cool, though. Maybe if they add robots or droids of some kind. See, I'm excited to see where this game goes. I know we're rapidly approaching pretty much the end game. We are end game now. I just want to be able to overcome the larger ship and get everybody a bed and a living quarters, and then that will likely be the end of the series. But I am super excited to see what gets added to this game in the future, and I would predict if the content is there and the developers put in the effort, this series will most definitely make a comeback to my channel at that time. So we could put engines here, or let's see what's going on. Well, we can't jump. We can bribe. Do we want to put our shields to the test? I don't know. Let's get all 5 of these railguns on the same mark. 4 torpedoes, 5 railguns. And what are they doing? They're powering up their weapons. Oh man, it's just so many of them. So it looks like they've got 4 railguns. Oh, it's so much. And they have... And they're using EMP turrets for the extra shield damage with a 3-second reload time. Everything else has a really long reload time. Yeah, I think we're gonna need some EMP turrets before we mess with this. Let's we're gonna pay our way out. 35 coin, piece of cake. So let's start looking at EMP turrets here. And then we'll go, let's see, we'll do energy penetration there. And then the same thing. EMP turrets and energy penetration. Just to give them that much more of a punch onto the shields. Plus, they're significantly cheaper. I want another row of chain guns, though, like this, on its own control group. Spread out in a long line. Ooh, I wonder if we should do like a weaponeering hallway in the back? Maybe we should keep all the weapons in the front. Let's do that. Let's start planning on a front now. So these are going to be hallways, and then it's going to be a walkway, hulls and amps, hull, and then a walkway. But let's extend it out to here if we can. And we'll remove these. I like that. It's going to be a little bit more square than I wanted. I mean, I suppose we could notch in these corners here, since they're not going to be usable anyways. Yeah, that'll work. So we're going to have the bridge, and then we're going to have weapons right up here. Just a whole row of chain guns and amps, because I really like those chain guns combined with the amps. Although we could go rocket volleys and amps. Rocket pods. 2x4 versus 1x5. Now you get more bang for your buck with the chain guns. Problem is they focus on an area, so once they punch a hole through the hull, once they breach the hull, you have to target them to a new spot, otherwise the rounds fly through the spaceship essentially, and you're not doing damage anymore, so you can't just have them all focused on one spot. That being said, let's go to an asteroid field while we're too close to the current field. Well then, let's speed up the engines. But this seems like a good lull in the action, so this is where we're going to wrap things up. This has been Starship Theory, episode 21, finally off the back foot and starting to think more aggressively about the future and how we're going to win one of these large fights without losing crew. Now, I've been pretty lucky so far in not losing crew, had a few really close calls. However, I've noticed that the longer the fights go on, the more likely you are to lose somebody to a hull breach or to a fire or any number of things. So we'll see we'll see how it goes. I'm willing to accept losses in the final fight and still feel like it's a victory as we defeat these larger ships. But my goal is to lose no one. We'll see how that works. So, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. Please come back next time as we continue our expansion of the Weapons Center front of the bridge. But until next time, take care.